What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, as you probably already know, LeBron James signed with Philly a 2-year, $8 million contract. Now, I gotta say, I thought that it was going to be more money, right? Because I think LeBron James has a little bit more leverage, or I thought he had more leverage. I thought he was going to get it up to at least about 10, $20 million. And the reason I thought it was going to be that high is because I don't think that this was going to be LeBron James' last year. I think 2020 is his 25th season, which will be next year. I think that he's going to do that retirement tour. And that retirement tour is going to generate a lot of money and a lot of interest, right? And so I thought that he could use that as a bargaining chip. And he still can, right? Because it's a 2-year deal with Philly, but that second year is optional, right? And so what he's doing, I guess he's really just he's betting on himself. Like he will have a decent enough season, whereas though he'll be able to go back to the table and either negotiate with Philly or either wind up going back to Cleveland, right? So he still has options. But anyway, with that being said, man, I'm just listening to all the reaction from different podcasters and people on ESPN, everybody, man, and you getting a whole bunch of different reactions. People surprised that he signed with Philly. People upset that he signed with Philly. Fans are upset. And one of the people that, is really upset and getting at LeBron James is this guy, Skap, right? And so what I want to do is I want to play some of his reaction, and then I want to follow that up with my reaction. And so here we go with what Skap had to say about LeBron James going to Philly. He called it gutless and said that LeBron is just chasing rings.
Well. Finally, at long last, after 3 weeks of painstaking deliberation, we have another decision. It's being billed by the self-proclaimed king as the final decision. LeBron James shocking the basketball world. I must admit, I certainly didn't see this one coming, making his decision finally known and announcing that he will be taking his talents to none other than the Philadelphia 76ers. And hear ye, all hail the king coward, LeBron James, the mercenary ring-chasing scrub that has been doing it like no one else for the better part now of 15 plus years and counting. The king coward himself shocks me. Like just when I thought I had seen everything, he takes his talents to South Beach to join up with a top 3 player in Dwayne Wade. They recruit a top 20 player in Chris Bosh. He bounces to an ascending all-star guard in Kyrie Irving, brings in another top 10 player in Kevin Love before ferrying himself to LA and colluding with his clutch mate Anthony Davis, a top 5 player when healthy. Just when I thought I had seen it all, at nearly 42 years of age, the king showed that he still has some juice left, pun intended, because he is now amassing arguably the best roster on paper that he has ever been a part of in going to the Philadelphia 76ers to try to chase down a couple more meaningless super team rings.
Now, I got to say this, right? This is, and I don't think this is the best team he's been on. I think that the best team he was on was Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. I think like those two, him teaming up with those two, I think that was a better team, better than Maxey. And I like Jaylen Brown, and Joel Embiid can't really stay healthy, right? But yeah, but I do have to agree with him. Like this caught a lot of people off guard. People, like LeBron James just got another, like a magician, man. He just pulled something else out of his sleeve. This gonna make for a lot of really good content, man. Because you got LeBron James, a narcissist, going to Philly with the Philly fans and that Philly media, man, this is going to be some great content up there in Philly, man. But yeah, I think that LeBron James, I think what happened was, I think Cleveland, he might have gone to Cleveland if Cleveland would have been willing to give him a better deal. I think Cleveland probably thought that they had leverage, and I think they lowballed him. And LeBron James probably was like, "I'll show you, and I'm gonna sign with Philly." So, yeah, man. Because if you think about it, he only got $8 million, right? And so you trying to tell me that Cleveland couldn't come up? They said Cleveland said three, right? That they only had $3 million left, but they said they will bring in Bronny. Well, LeBron James like, nah, man, y'all gonna have to come up off of more money than that. And so, let's get back to what Skap had to say, though.
And why is that? Why is he doing that now at the age of 42? Well, because we must come to understand and accept that it's because LeBron James is an outright liar. He has been lying to us. His sycophantic jock sniffers, led by the Hobbit Rich Paul, have been lying to us for years and years when they jump onto any platform they can get on to try to excuse away the fact that he has only 4 rings, to try to paint championships as some kind of a team accomplishment, to say that LeBron isn't playing for rings, isn't chasing championships, because, well, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't really need them. All of that undone and proven unequivocally false by the fraud coward king himself today, LeBron James, in making this obvious ring chase decision to try to cram in another ring or two.
LeBron James got everybody. Everybody is just so surprised. I'm caught off guard. If you think rationally about the situation, right, you're like, all right, Cleveland, Ohio. I think he's from Akron, Ohio. He played there 2 times. He can do his retirement tour there. They offered to bring Bronny back, so that seemed like the obvious choice. Not for LeBron James, man. This dude, man, this dude, he will stop. He'll do anything. He'll do anything. He always got a trick up his sleeve.
Seemingly to surpass Steph Curry, seemingly to get on the same footing as Kobe Bryant, and maybe even the same footing as, yes, Michael Jordan, because rings do matter. LeBron and his little band of jock-sniffing bootlickers have known it all along, and now they confirm as much with this pathetic decision. LeBron just dragging it out, begging these other teams to try to increase or enhance their supporting cast by trading for Kyrie Irving or Anthony Davis. This guy is such a fraud, such a loser, doesn't believe in himself to the degree that just Giannis Antetokounmpo isn't enough. That
is crazy. So just think about it. Now, they put those rumors out there that, all right, LeBron wanted Kyrie, LeBron might, and Anthony Davis, if he's going to go back to, I don't know, I guess Cleveland. If he go back to Cleveland, maybe bring those 2 guys with him. That just goes to show that, like, LeBron James he will throw anybody name in the mix just to throw people. I mean, that's what threw people off, and made people really think, well, all right, maybe he is trying to team back up with them. But if you think about it, number one, he played with both of those guys before. Number 2, Anthony Davis can't never stay healthy. Number 3, lately, Kyrie has been like, he hasn't really been healthy. So, but people still thought, well, all right, this sounds more feasible. LeBron, I gotta give LeBron James, man, and Rich Paul credit for this. They pulled it off, man. They threw everybody off the scent, and then Philly fans, man, are upset. This guy right here, Skap, is upset. You can't believe nothing. I mean, he's gonna do whatever, like the least logical thing. He's gonna do that, and it's crazy.
Just Steph Curry and whatever else Golden State has isn't enough. That just what the Cleveland Cavaliers had in Donovan Mitchell, James Harden wasn't enough, despite the fact they got to the Eastern Conference Finals. None of those teams had enough to get the fraud king over the top to steal another championship or two. So he had to drag it out and beg them to try to enhance their supporting cast, to try to make a trade for Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving. Seemingly, though, that wasn't going to happen because neither the Washington Wizards, who can control Anthony Davis's rights right now, or the Dallas Mavericks, who have the rights to Kyrie Irving, neither of them wanted to play ball. Neither of them wanted to put those players on the block. So the gutless coward king, LeBron James, just had to make the best business decision that he could in terms of trying to steal a couple more rings and go to the most jacked, stacked roster in the running for his services. Of course, the Philadelphia 76ers.
I gotta say though, even if LeBron James win 2 more rings, man, he just not Mike, he not Kobe, he not Magic, he not Bird. And I think if LeBron James win 2 more rings, I just think it's not really a good look for the league. I think so I'm thinking, like, people say, well, LeBron James ruined the league. I think if the league allows LeBron James to move around and win rings like this, and they let LeBron James go down, or they say, look, if they present it like LeBron James is like the GOAT, then that's on the, that's on the NBA. That's on them. That, that means that they cause their own downfall, because that takes all the credibility away from the NBA. You already see like ESPN is laying people off and they losing credibility. People are really, because people think for themselves. Right. And so I don't think people are that gullible. Not a whole lot of people. Most people think that Michael was a GOAT. They know that Kobe was better. Magic and Bird, they were better. But if the league feels like they need to promote LeBron James and make LeBron James be the greatest of all times, winning 5 rings in 25 years, man, then, to me, I'm not really, it's all good content. I know, because I was able to witness the 80s and the 90s up and, before LeBron even got to the league, before LeBron was even born, all those guys who played, man. So I'm not buying it. I don't care what the league say, what they write down in the history books. LeBron James is not the GOAT, nowhere near being the GOAT. And so, yeah, man, it's just like the next few days just going to be so many different reactions, and a lot of it is not really going to be good, but it's all going to be interesting. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, man, I'm going to check y'all out in the next video. Peace.